This is a Rav4 LE with the low profile roof rails that we will install crossbars on, provided to us by Bouge RV. This is a complete kit provided by Bouge RV that you can find on Amazon. I will leave a link in the description section. It comes with the 2 crossbars, the 4 legs, and all the hardware you need to install it on a low profile roof rail. This will not work on the Adventure or the TRD because they have a higher profile roof rail. This is everything that comes with the crossbar kit for the Rav4 with the low profile. You have aluminum or metal crossbars. They are properly labeled, which I really like. Left hand, rear right, right hand, rear right. And then you have the 4 legs. The legs are kind of like 3 pieces. You have the cover, which is plastic. Then you have a casted metal, which will hold the crossbar onto the Rav4. And then under this, you have some rubber lining to protect the Rav4 from getting scratches, which is pretty good. What the game plan really is to install the crossbars and then secure it with the hardware that came with it. And then mount it onto the Rav4, and then we will install the cover. So it should be pretty straightforward to do and a very easy install project if you want this. If we look at what was in the bag, you have the instructions manual, which really does do a good job at drawing the pictures and even using a real photo of what's going to take place in the install process. You have a note or a letter from Bouge RV, little thank you thing. You have the wrench, or not wrench, but the right hardware with the correct sized socket for the bolts. And you have like an Allen key, and you have a bag of screws and other accessories to get this mounted onto the Rav4 and into the legs for the crossbars. So we're going to go ahead and go to the Rav4, remove the covers, and get on with the install. First thing we'll do is match the crossbars with the correct legs. So we have here left hand, rear right, which matches this. Left hand front, which is this side over here. Right hand rear right, which is over here. And then we have right hand front, which is over here. So it's out of frame, but I have those 2 over there and those 2 right over there. We'll focus on this side first. If we open this cover up, the crossbar should fit inside of here. And if we flip it over, we have 2 sockets that we will install the necessary bolts, which are these shorter guys here. You should have 8 of these. So 2, 2, 2, and 2. So 8 in total for 2 of each of the legs. Now there is a lot of give. So we will first want to put them loosely and then tighten them when we have it correctly sized on the Rav4. And this is all securable with the Allen key they provided. So I'm not going too tight, just enough to make a little adjustment later. Once we complete one corner, we're going to go on to the other side and do all the other corners as well. There is a disclaimer on this product: maximum load 160 pounds total, evenly distributed 80 pounds per crossbar. Let's go ahead and test that. I have a crossbar here on the floor. I'm going to go ahead and stand on it. Since I got these for free, I don't really care. And yeah, it does support my weight. I'm 150 pounds. That doesn't mean you should put on 150 pounds. It's just saying that it did support my weight. If we look up here on the Rav4 where the rail is, you can see a cutout along the rail that you would have to remove this cover to expose the hardware to install the legs, both on the left side and on the right side. So get a simple prying tool to get the job started. Stick it in here, pop it off. And you can see in here an exposed hole where we're going to install the leg on. So we'll go ahead and remove all 4 covers. for both the driver's side and the passenger side. Once you have the crossbars fairly secured to the leg, you'll want to put it on the Rav4. Over here I have it on the rear side. It's the left hand rear right. It goes inside of the hole, that opening right here, this little extruded part goes inside of the hole, and this hole should align with the hole on the Rav4. If we look inside, you can see it right there. So we have it done here, we have it done over there. Once we have it aligned and it looks like it fits, we'll want to lift this up and tighten the screws that are under in the crossbars. We'll do it for the driver's side and the passenger side, and then we should be all set for at least half of it. Then we'll put the cover on after. Next, we need to install the bolts that go on over here. You're going to start with this piece over here, which prevents the bolts from unscrewing itself. You need to make sure that the metal part is sticking up so it will grip the bolt. And we'll have the bolt and we'll slide that all the way in and make our way to the bottom. And we do have this tool here to help make that faster. So that's done. We're going to go do that to all the other sides. I'll do that off camera and come back to you in this location again. This is left hand rear right, which is the one we're working on over here. So we have the bolt installed with the secure metal thing. I'm not sure what it's called. We have it on all four sides. To install these covers, you have these extruded plastics on here, and there's like a lip on them if you can see. Those will go inside of these holes. So we're going to make sure that they do kind of clip in. Yeah, okay. And then we're going to lock them in here with these guys. So this will go inside. You can see it's in the unlocked position. So we're going to turn it to the locked position with the key they gave us. So that will go in here. And then we'll turn it. Then it's locked. So this thing can't be stolen unless somebody else also has that sort of key, which aren't unique, but they are not common, let's say. Then to unlock it, you turn it the other way, and you'll be able to push it out from the back to remove it. So that's locked, and then we are given these rubber seals, which will go on the back side of this, inside of here. I don't know if you can see it, but over here, let me zoom in a bit. You can kind of see a hole right there. That's where it's going to go. This piece is going to go inside of there. Or here, this is a better view. There's a hole right there. That's where this piece is going to go. So if I zoom back out. So this piece is going to go in the hole right behind here. We're just going to try to squeeze it in there. You could probably do that before you installed it. I just wasn't sure if it wasn't going to work. So my opinion, just do it while you have it on the ground. It'll be a little bit more easier. And there. So that's installed. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for all the other sides. This is what the Crossbars by Bouge RV looks like when it's installed on the Rav4. It was overall a very easy install to do. To install this, we removed the cover on the rail. We installed the crossbar onto the leg. Then we mounted the leg onto the rack or onto the rail. We installed the cover, we installed the lock, we installed a plug, and then we were done with this whole project. With the crossbars installed, I'm going to go ahead and go on the road, give a drive through the city and on the highway, hit the highway speeds up to at least 70 miles per hour to see how much wind noise we get. The Rav4, if you don't already know, has a lot of wind noise. It's one of my main complaints with this product, with this vehicle. This Rav4 is, let's call it a virgin Rav4. There is no sound deadening. There is no weather seals along the doors. So this is pretty much a crossbar on a brand new vehicle. I have gone 30 and 40 miles per hour so far, and the wind noise from the crossbars aren't registering with my ears. The wind noise that I hear right now are just typical of the Rav4. I am on the freeway right now going between 60 to 80 miles per hour. I don't notice any wind noise being contributed from the crossbars that we installed. It's primarily road noise and the typical wind noise you get from the Rav4 before you have the crossbars, kind of coming from like the B-pillar area. I don't really know what to say. I would have expected a lot coming out of a crossbar with no wind fairing, but truly I don't notice anything. I've been driving a Rav4 for 20,000 miles, the Rav4 Adventure. Before I installed the Princeton roof rack, I did about 10,000 miles, so I know what kind of noise experience to have. And I did do a couple thousand miles without sound deadening. I would highly recommend sound deadening after driving this piece of this Rav4. It has no insulation, no deadening, nothing. So make sure you do sound deaden. And if you are looking for a crossbar, you shouldn't be too concerned about the wind noise. That is until you actually add product on top of the Rav4, like carriers or kayaks or whatever you want to carry around. So overall, very pleased with this product, and you shouldn't have a problem with wind noise if you install this. That is everything you need to know about installing crossbars onto the Rav4. The ones with the low profile roof rails, not the higher ones like the Adventure or the TRD. If you're in the market for some and you don't want to go with the high priced OEM ones and get something that is practically the same thing, you can consider Bouge RV. I will leave a link to them in the description section for you to check out.